Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant. We are back for our playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker on Unfair and Last Azlanti. So in the previous episode we picked up a new friend for our party, Mr. Knock Knock. And we did not level him up. We're gonna level him up now. I wanted to think about what I was gonna give him. And turns out that at least until level 10 it's kind of an easy choice because I really do want to get these advanced talents as quickly as possible. So right now we're gonna keep on going rogue. We're gonna give him more dexterity because he wants all dexterity we can. We're gonna give him mobility, trickery and stealth as his main stats. Honestly, these don't matter all too much. So I'm actually gonna put him above negative on athletics. And I suppose I can give him nature. Or maybe more perception? Who's hunting right now? Cordampine is hunting, I believe. Okay, select this. And, okay, so on level 8, we don't have a generic feat. So we're gonna have a rogue talent. There's a couple of things here, but usually the more relevant one is gonna be what's under the combat trick, where you can get some other feats. And the most important one we can get right now is going to be outflank, because it doesn't have outflank. We also get improved uncanny dodge. He can no longer be flanked and he can never be caught flat-footed, which is very, very good. Moving up to level 9, we're gonna get an additional point of blade sense and one more level of sneak attack. So now we're attacking for 5d6, quite a lot of damage. Same thing here. I can give it here. I don't really know what else I'm gonna give him, to be honest. I don't know, let's put a point over there and more nature, I suppose? Sure. And now we have a normal feat. For this one, I'm gonna go for improved 2-weapon fighting. You get a second attack with your offhand weapon, albeit the -5 penalty. Sure, I will still take it. That's gonna be our feat for this level. And his level up is done. In terms of items, I already gave him what I had in the previous episode. Nothing really changes over here. Actually, it does change. Because I have these braces of armor +4. But I'm still buffing myself with mage armor, so it's redundant. So what I can do is I'm just going to take these off. And give them to Knock Knock. He goes up to 28 base AC. And I will take these just in case. Right. So now, let me see what I'm gonna go for. We have Witch Hunt. I will do later, I feel. I think I'm gonna go for the Kingdom of the Cleansed, which is attend the cult meeting with Tristian. So we're gonna check out Mr. Tristian. He's not gonna do much, but doesn't matter too much either. Do I even bother giving him something? You can take that, I guess. You can take that. You can even take bracers of armor, because why not? 13 AC, amazing. For the most part, I don't really care about what he has. He's not gonna do much. He's not gonna stay with us for long either. So I will care about his spells only. So we can take this away. We can put this over here, for example. And let me see, we can have one remove fear and one unbreakable heart. This can go away, this can go away. Bring this in. I guess I can go, I think I'm doing something like this on Cordampina. Remove paralysis, and probably I have sound burst, but I don't want that right now. I guess you can take Owl's Wisdom. For level 3 we're gonna take Prayer, Archon's Aura, Delay Poison Communal, and Resist Energy Communal. And that's all for now, because he's only level 6. Should still be enough. With that, we are gonna have a rest. I can just press R. Yes. It saddens me that I have to take my party out and not take Cordampina with me, but it is what it is. So we want to head out. take away Cordampina for a moment. Bring in Tristian. And let me see if I can find the place where we're supposed to go. It's right here, Secret Sanctum. Okay, so let me just think about this. We can just go normally. Yeah, sure. Let's not get ambushed, please. And I think there's a break here for us to be able to go to the right. Yeah, okay, cool. It needs to be during nighttime. Hopefully, we got this right. Why do I feel like this is not doing what it's supposed to be doing? One night. I think there's supposed to be like some torches here, which we don't have currently. Okay, I'm just gonna buff in case I'm remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure we have to redo this. You can also just do your normal buff. You can turn this on, you're not gonna attack anyway. Bring this over here, put this over there. And get that. Get this. For the most part, that's fine.
Give the order.
Okay.
I can see my destination.
Yeah, there's nothing happening here. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna have to do this differently. So I think I have to go out. I wonder if it has to be during the evening, not like past midnight. Okay, so let's rest. I'm even gonna use some rations here. You take care of camouflage, you can go over there, doesn't really matter. And I'm never very good at doing this, but hopefully this will do what I think it does. The rest will go up until 8 PM. I hope.
I've met some grumpy men in my life.
Yes, you've met some grumpy men, yeah, sure. Okay, so 8 PM? It's 9:45. I don't know why, but hopefully this worked. Otherwise, I'm gonna check the wiki. Okay, there we go. We have the torches, that's what I wanted to see. So now we can do this again. Okay, we have our thingy off. Let's buff with you. Protection from fire, just in case. Get bull strength over there. Eagle splendor over there. Remove fear. Shield of faith. Shield of faith. Bless. And I think that's done.
Yes.
Drink your thingy. Drink your thingy.
My skills are getting rusty.
And now we can go for medium duration. I have to when I have my full team again, I will have to redo my spells because now we have Knock Knock. And I don't have him included in my queues. So I have to redo that. What's really important for Knock Knock for the most part is giving him shield. And then probably like improved invisibility once we have it, or reduce person, something like that, to help out. He doesn't need much more than that, but... Okay, and here we're gonna haste up. There might be a cutscene which cuts into our buff duration time, but I think for the most part we should be okay. We are buffed with haste. I'm just double checking if there's something that I'm missing.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
I don't believe... Oh,
I am
my
yours
armor.
to command.
Yeah, you see? It's easy to make a mistake. Bring this in. Let's go. So, Valerie, you can even start singing Dirge of Doom already. And move in a bit. We are just in time. The sacrament has already begun. The sky will split, the waters will part, and the ground itself will devour the evil that comes to us from the lands of death. Looks like Remus. Beware false rulers. Their foul walls and rotten logs will not protect their henchmen from nature's wrath. And I think it's important to note that, well, it appears that the restless old man started preaching again. I think if Tristian dies here, you actually lose the game. So, we have to be careful and keep him in the backlines. Anyone who stands under the enemy's banner will be crushed by the same unrelenting force that inspires me. All who fall to their knees and devote themselves to the goddess will be cleansed. Pray to her, and you will be granted forgiveness in death. I wish you could skip these, but you cannot. Hail Remus, herald of the goddess! Hail the prophet! May the goddess save you! Is this the lady that we met before? Brothers and sisters, good people! It is time for the sacrament. The first faithful will bless us. Oh, you naive child. Oh, but this is someone different. This is not Remus. My subjects, servants of the kingdom of the cleansed, today is a special day, the day we have long prayed for. Today we shall finally wash away the filth from our souls and clear the path for our kingdom. Oh, for today the sacrament will end with the long-awaited sacrifice which will please the goddess more than all our prayers. I didn't notice the text changed, sorry. Once the goddess asked us meager sheep to repent our sins, but in our pride we were deaf to her appeals. Now she demands another sacrifice. Why is he coming toward me? Ruthgerd, the first faithful. The face of the first faithful lit by torches looks like a horrible mask, disfigured by rage and furious triumph. What do you say, Baron? Are you prepared to sacrifice your useless life for these people who you claim to care about? Okay, what are our options? Know what you're doing, it's too late, I'm alive, most of Stop, you don't know what you're doing. Father, what are you doing? Stop! And off she goes. Tristian clenches his holy symbol of Serenray. I'm afraid it's too late for words. Yelling and swinging their weapons, the crowd attacks. And this is why we buffed previously, right? I am gonna take away Tristian's AI, because I don't want him to join the fight in any way, shape or form. Just go over there. Oh, really? My Dirge of Doom wore off during the cutscene. I hate that. So that means that haste also wore off. Wonderful. We're gonna have them focus on Valerie. Rigongar will go afterwards. Knock Knock, not sure if I want him to just go in right now. I think he's gonna wait here in the sidelines for a bit. Jubilost can start tossing possibly some fire bombs on actually, let's try and knock him down. And my character, you can guess what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start dropping stinking clouds all over the place. Let's move in. They have engaged over there. So this would be like a prime spot for the Stinking Cloud. Also hitting the archers, if possible. Yes, like this. Where is Tristian? Tristian? Get the hell away from there, man. Okay, good. Valerie can't sing. Very sad. I might actually use Rigongar to cast haste. You will wait a bit until they clump up around Valerie. Okay, yeah, try to knock him down. He's casting a prayer. Stinking Cloud going out. Let's just look at the leader. He is not under the effect of Stinking Cloud, but pretty much everybody else is, which is what we wanted. So now we are gonna start nuking everything. So Rigongar actually give us haste. Knock Knock start blending people to pieces. Go over there, my friend.
Lighting enemies on fire.
And that's basically all. Let's see if this brings him down. No, he's saved. It's fine. As long as he isn't casting anything super awful. Yeah, he's just trying to heal his people. We're gonna cast a fireball on them right now. Pretty much everything died for that. Let me just look at the damage because I want to check this out. We dealt 47 damage. So 8d6 plus 8. So this plus 8 is from our Draconic Bloodline. We get one more point of damage for every dice rolled. So 8 dice were rolled, so plus 8 damage equals 47 damage right there. Very good. They are running away. Oh, I think it's because we killed or we defeated their leader. Damn it! The goddess will know of your betrayal. And whoop! Off he goes. Tristian's forehead is sweating and he breathes heavily as his eyes scan the battleground. I can't believe everything turned out like this. The priest gulps and closes his eyes as if trying to summon his courage. Are you alright? Tristian hesitates a moment. Yes. No. No, I'm not alright. I'll never get used to how quickly a peaceful conversation can turn into a bloody battle. This was so cruel and pointless. Tristian forces something resembling a smile. Don't worry, I'll gather myself now. Take heart. We have to catch the cultists who escaped. It is too early to grieve for the fallen. It was a trap. You may not have noticed, but the first faithful's face changed the very instant he noticed you. I think he's been preparing for our visit for a long time. The faithful shouted something about betraying the goddess. Tristian lowers his head and catches his breath. I have no idea what's going on in his insane mind. Perhaps he meant that you refused to submit to his knife. Did he? The other cultists are getting away. Please let them be. Their leader is gone. Their friends are dead. They are just lost souls led in temptation by a wicked leader. If we are to eradicate this affliction, we must find the first faithful. It wouldn't help even if we tracked down every peasant in his cult. Please, let us return to the city and consider how we may find their leader. I will carve out this affliction completely. No. Chaotic good. You're right, Tristian. I hope tonight's terrors are enough to keep these people away from the kingdom forever. Thank you. Their deaths would be a heavy burden on my heart. Oh. As soon as we reach the capital, I will seek out former cultists and learn where the first faithful might have escaped. Find me in the city later. Okay, we actually haven't leveled up yet. I was expecting to level up. We are very close though. Let's check out the loots. A bunch of crap for the most part. Some random items. More people.
Focus on the goal.
I still have this in the right place, right? No. Difficulty... Only active companions, yes, okay. Okay, so nothing very special. Let me check out this corner. I doubt there's anything else, but might as well just check it out to make sure. No, okay. So, this area also has nothing. Right, we are. We shall go over here. We're gonna leave. Go back to the barony. We're gonna swap Tristian to Cordampina again. She is a very crucial part of our party. There's a kingdom event. I will check it out in a second. So, can I teleport from here? No. Just travel. Okay, so let me do this. In terms of items, there's nothing that I want from you. Correct. So, take you out, bring you in. Get in there. Throne room. I think the mage tower is still being built. That's why we cannot teleport. I'm gonna check this event. We're gonna talk to Tristian, and then probably we're gonna give Bokken his books. Triumph from Valerie. There is a problem here. Omen can't give it to anyone right now. We have 24 days. So he can do it. Okay, good. Everything is still the same way. Okay. I think everybody is sorted, right? Okay, weapon shop, weapon shop. Let me just check this before I forget. Okay. Okay. And okay, everything's fine. Right, so let's find Tristian. See what else he has to say about this. There we are. Tristian greets you with a nod. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, I have bad news. I managed to find a couple of cultists from the Kingdom of the Cleansed. The poor fellows were scared to death, but I comforted them and promised not to speak their names. Anyway, they left the capital fearing your wrath. None of them saw the first faithful after their fateful meeting. The scoundrel vanished into thin air, and with him all meetings, sacraments, and talk of the goddess. It looks like the peculiar power of curses in the stolen lands is not in fact connected to these lunatics. That was level up. Anyway, we managed to get their barkers off the streets, and yesterday's fanatics have returned home to their families and honest work. Thank you for your help, Cordant. Tristian wears a beaming smile. I will not leave you of my own accord until I repay you for your kindness. Anything about the Kingdom of the Cleansed or the First Faithful? Not yet. I don't know whether to be glad about it or not. The priest may be regrouping, in which case it may be the more difficult to defeat him. Okay. So we leveled up. We're gonna check out the storyteller. Nothing? Okay. Okay. We're gonna sell some random stuff. Not the emerald. I'm gonna store the emerald again before I forget. Do I have something like this to sell? Okay. Okay. Let's go over here. Store our emerald. Where is it? Emerald. Here. Here. Okay.
I can see my destination.
So who leveled up? Me, Juby, Knock Knock, Valerie. And that's it. You are still a ways away to go. 4,000 experience. You need 3,000. And that's it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. this is done. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one here. And then, let me see if I remember. I think to upgrade another village to a town, I think we need to have a number of villages with a certain amount of buildings in them. Although, there's no rush for doing this, as far as I'm aware. Okay, so let's go for the ancient formula.
Focus.
And I think I'm gonna level up afterwards. Unless... yeah, too far away and too far away. Okay, I'll actually level up right now. There's no point in waiting here, I think. So, let me just pause the video. I'm gonna go over the level ups and I'm gonna come back and level up all of my friends here. And I am back. So, the level ups aren't actually that difficult. Some of them are gonna be very simple because we don't get any feat at level 10. My main character will simply continue leveling up in Arcane Trickster. We're gonna get an additional impromptu sneak attack. So beginning at 3rd level, we can enter a special stance that allows us to sneak attack regardless of their awareness. And basically, every 2 other levels, we get this for 1 more round, which is very useful. I'm gonna continue putting skill points in whatever I'm doing right now, which is Persuasion. And I think I was actually going for Use Magic Device. This will likely be the most useful thing for my character. Perception is also not bad, but it doesn't do much, right? So let's just do it like here. For spell specialization, I am still gonna be putting this into Stinking Cloud. It has been very good to me, so I will keep on using it with those extra levels. And here we get an additional level 2, 3 and 4 spells. So let me just swap for my sorcerer spell list. For level 2, I will be taking, if I can find it, Synth's Vitals. So what this does is lasts one round per level, so not that much. This is going to be something to use later on. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this very often right now. This spell makes your eyes shine blood red and allows you to see the vital areas and weak points of creatures as a warm glow. This is just flavor. This allows you to make sneak attacks as the rogue ability of the same name, dealing an additional 1d6 points of damage. This additional damage increases by 1d6 for every 3 caster levels you possess beyond 3rd, to a maximum of 5d6 at level 15. This additional damage stacks with other sources of precision damage. So, all of our sneak attack damage will stack with the damage from Synth's Vitals, so it's just an additional source of damage, which is quite nice. For level 3, there's a couple of choices. I could go for Displacement. Displacement is never a bad thing to have, but I think I'm gonna skip this one for now. And I have Haste and Stinking Cloud, which are the most important ones at this level here. I'm actually just gonna take Fireball. In case I need an additional damaging spell, even though this one is not party friendly, I think it could be useful to have another source of damage on level 3. And for level 4, we have Controlled Fireball. Good spells here would be Animate Dead, to just create more soldiers to, you know, clump up the battlefield and take the attention of the enemies. That would always be good. Dimension Door is always very cool as well. False Life Greater is cool, but I will have another person on this duty if I need it. I'm actually going to go for Greater Invisibility. This is something that's very, very powerful and very, very good for a number of characters. It's going to be very good for our main character. It will be very good for stuff like Rigongar, for Knock Knock. It's going to be a very, very useful spell. Again, it lasts for 1 round per level. It's something that we're not going to be pre-buffing as we usually do, but for tougher fights, I will have like a short duration queue, or just cast these kinds of spells manually, so that we can, you know, go into the fight better protected and also dealing more damage, as being invisible will exploit the foes if they can't see you, so you are targeting flat-footed AC, and you always trigger sneak attacks. Very cool ability here, or very cool spell. So Another round of impromptu sneak attack, Sense Vitals for level 2, Fireball for level 3, Greater Invisibility for level 4, and we get an additional point in Arcane Trickster. Main character done. Moving on to Juby. Another point in Alchemist, like I said, is going to be a pure Alchemist, so it's very easy to do. In terms of our discoveries, there's again a couple of things which are always useful. You could go for something like Blinding Bombs, you could go for Dispelling Bombs, you could go for Holy Bombs, which are very cool. I'm actually going to go for Fast Bombs. So Fast Bombs allows the Alchemists... let me just read this. An Alchemist with this discovery can quickly create enough bombs to throw more than one in a single round. The Alchemist can prepare and throw additional bombs as a full round action if his base attack bonus is high enough to grant him additional attacks. This functions just like a full attack with a ranged weapon. So, you know, tossing more bombs is going to be a positive. This allows us to do that. So, Fast Bombs is going to be my pick for level 10. And over here, we're going to go for Trickery. I don't really need Stealth anymore, given that Knock Knock will take care of this. But since we don't really need anything else, I will just do it like this. So, Knowledge, Perception, and some more into Arcana. Or actually, I'll just do this. Some more in Arcana and not put a point in Stealth right now. As for our level 4 spells, there's a lot of good stuff here. I had already learned Freedom of Movement and Greater Invisibility on Jubilost. Good spells here are going to be Death Ward, always very useful. Our Cleric already has it, so it's less necessary. False Life Greater, so it functions as False Life, except you gain temporary hit points equal to 2d10 plus 1 point per caster level. It's just a buff that lasts for a very long time, in this case 1 hour per level, gives you an additional buffer of HP on your characters. Again, this is a personal effect, but given that this is an alchemist and he has infusion, he can cast this on our allies as well. Very powerful. Stone Skin is also a very, very good spell. In this case, this is the version that only targets one friendly creature. It costs 5 diamond dust. It lasts 10 minutes per level, so a long time. But we will have another version of this spell at level 5, I believe, which is Stone Skin Communal, which will affect everybody in the party for 10 diamond dust, lasting a little bit less. I think it's only 10 minutes. But for the most part, we're just going to be using the communal version, not the single version. Freedom of Movement, Greater Invisibility are great spells. I already learned them from scrolls. And that leads me to the final one, which is going to be our choice here, which is Echolocation. So Echolocation lasts for 10 minutes per level. Again, a personal spell, which, you know, just another reason for alchemists being very useful with infusion. And what this does is, you can perceive the world by creating high-pitched noises and listening to their echoes. This gives you blind sight to a range of 40 feet. What is very important about this spell that is not necessarily written here is that this makes you immune to gaze effects. So let's say a typical enemy in fantasy games or fantasy worlds that also exists in this game is a Medusa. The Medusa, if you just walk into range of her aura, if you fail a Fortitude save, I think I'm saying this right, a Fortitude save, you will get petrified, and if essentially you are out of the fight. You count as being dead. If your main character happens to be hit by that, that's just game over. And you didn't even do anything wrong, right? You just walked into a certain area and you immediately die. So naturally, it's very important that your main character doesn't get hit by this, but it's also extremely important that your other characters also don't get hit by this. Because let's say if Valerie and Rigongar got hit by this, they are petrified, they are dead, you suddenly just lost your entire front line, your back line will be easy targets. Very, very useful spell, very powerful spell. I always have a couple of these memorized. I will take it right now. We might not even need it for a couple of levels, but if memory serves, I think other spells in the list are easy to obtain through scrolls that you can purchase, but echolocation, I think it's actually kind of hard to find a scroll for it. Now that I say, I'm gonna... Okay, wait. I'm saying this, I'm actually just gonna wait a bit on him. I'm gonna go to the store in the capital and see what they have. Moving on to our rogue here then, Knock Knock. We're gonna reach level 10, we're gonna get our first advanced talent, right? And we can pick it right now with this rogue talent. We're gonna buff mobility, trickery, stealth, and I guess perception and lore nature. And over here, instead of going for our combat trick, now we have some new stuff, which is what we can count as being advanced talents. Something like, for example, Crippling Strike. A character with this ability can sneak attack opponents with such precision that the blows weaken and hamper them. An opponent damaged by one of her sneak attacks also takes 2 points of strength damage. This is very powerful. It is especially powerful with double debilitation. So whenever the character inflicts a penalty against a target using the debilitating injury class feature, they can select 2 penalties to inflict. The target can never be subject to more than 2 penalties in this way at one time. So not only can you hit them with your typical... God, what's the name? And where is it actually? This one. With Bewildered, you can also hit them with Crippling Strike or Dispelling Attack or whatever you need. So very, very powerful. Familiar doesn't really matter for us. Go away, go away. What I'm actually going to take here is Opportunist. What Opportunist does is, the character, it's also an advanced talent, the character can make an attack of opportunity against an opponent who has just been struck for damage in melee by another character. This attack counts as an attack of opportunity for that round and cannot be used more than once per round. So, if any of your other characters hitting in melee hits an enemy, Knock Knock will also hit them. This is very powerful, especially if you start stacking these kinds of effects. So for example, Opportunist, and then you also have Outflank, which does a similar thing. And then if you also get Seize the Moment, which we're likely to get down the line, there's just a bunch of extra attacks coming in out of Knock Knock and out of your party in general that just, you know, dishes out tremendous amounts of damage. So Opportunist is our choice. Level up is done. Valerie is also a very simple one. We reached level 8 in Bard. We got Dirge of Doom, which was my main goal for the Bard class. I may get some more points in Bard down the line. I'm still not actually very sure about that. I might go for something different. But right now, we're gonna go for Dragon Disciple. So the same style as what we did with Rigongar, we're gonna do with Valerie. We have the prerequisites, so we're gonna go for this one. I'm gonna take Draconic Bloodline Red here, so also be like a Fire Dragon bloodline. The same thing applies as on our main character. We deal 1 more point of damage per die rolled on any kind of fire damage spell. We grow claws, we don't care about this. Class skill perception doesn't matter too much. And here we get a natural armor increase of +1, so just another source of AC for Valerie. And the same logic like I mentioned for Rigongar, we're gonna go 4 levels here. We are gonna get an additional boost to our strength of +2 at level 2. We get Arcane Spellcasting as usual from our Bard class. And we also get Dragon Bite, just another source of attacks, very useful. And then I'm gonna repeat myself, but on level 3, Breath Weapon, Resistance to Fire, Mage Armor, which doesn't matter for us, and then 1 more AC and 2 more Strength. So, very nice to have. This is our level up for Valerie. So, let's go outside. I will check our Arcane Scroll vendor and see what she has. And also, Jod Kvak, I can never remember the name. Our priest, our cleric. Because, for example, Death Ward is a cleric spell. So you can purchase the scroll here.
How may I serve you, your grace?
Do I have one, by the way? No, we have freedom of movement. We do not have a scroll of death ward. Okay.
How may I serve you? Your
Kafkan.
Grace?
Yeah. Death ward. There we go. New spell for Juby. I think that's all that I wanted from him. Yeah, I think so. Give me that. So you can learn Death Ward. Now we're gonna go for the Arcane Scroll Vendor. I think it's this lady over here. Or here, sorry. Zarsi. Please tell me you have something useful, lady. This doesn't matter. Displacement he has. It's kind of a shame she doesn't have False Life Greater, because that's going to be very useful. I'm thinking if I should give him False Life Greater right now, or if I should go for Echolocation already. I don't exactly remember where I'm gonna face Medusas. So I might be doing this too early when I could be benefiting from False Life. But given that I don't remember, I think it's better to be safe than sorry. Just double checking here. Yep. Nope.
Without a doubt.
I also want to see something here on Asuf. It's been a while since I've looked at this list. Doesn't matter. Lesser maximize. For 14,000, I think I'll pass. If it were a quicken wand, rod, I would take it, but it's not quicken. I will buy the bag of holding. I think at this point I'm good enough to waste 25,000 gold on it. I will get some dinosaur eggs bones eventually, but not right now. How am I looking in terms of camping supplies? I have 13, I want 18. Okay. Deal. Juby. I guess you can learn this. You already know it. Okay. Then never mind. I am sad. I wanted the greater false life. Oh well. Let me check Bartholomew. I seriously doubt that he has it, but... In any case, they don't have echolocation and they don't have false life, so... I can pick either of them. They would be a good choice. I'm kind of convinced that False Life Greater would be the better choice, because it would be useful right now against everything, while Echolocation is only useful against very specific things. But since I don't remember exactly where they are, I am not gonna risk the biscuit. Cloak of Resist. Wait. Okay, so cloaks, scrolls, in the... nothing here. Okay. In that case, Juby. This might be a poor choice, like I mentioned. Like this. But I'm gonna take echolocation. Do I really want it, man? I'm doubtful. I'm not sure. I don't think there are Medusas this early on. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. I really don't think there are Medusas this early on. Okay, give me a second. And I'm back. So the best way to decide is to actually check. And from what I could gather, you basically fight against some gaze enemies in the Tenebrous Depths, but only on the lower levels. There is a specific location in the game world called Fossil Fields that also has Medusas, and then it's only on the final dungeon. So it is actually safe to not take echolocation at this point. I will just take False Life Crater, which will be useful right now. Okay, and then later on we're gonna take echolocation. All of our level ups are done. So we are actually, wait. We're gonna memorize our things here. This seems fine. This seems kind of a waste, to be honest. I think I'll just... Okay, I'll keep it because I might... I will take False Life Crater over here. And my main character, so now I have Greater Invis. Do I want to put this somewhere around here? Maybe instead of Grease. So Grease can go over there. I'm gonna scoot these over. And I can just do like this. Okay.
There are many rooms.
We're gonna go to Mr. Bokken. Deliver his books. So this way. I don't think there's anything else to do here, unless there's something over there that I failed to perceive. I might check that on the way back. Mr. Oleg. This seems fine. Do you have your armor on? You do. About those tasks of yours, is this the book you wanted me to find? It is, yes, let's take a look. A bit tattered, isn't it? Seen better days, that's for sure, but it'll do just fine. Thank you. And here is the second volume of that book set. Perfect, hand it over, will you? Wait, I have this one. Well, this is awkward. Of Transmutations and Bodily Poison, Volume 3, here you are, Bokken. Bokken's eyes glisten, just what I need. All 3 volumes. All that's left now is to read through them, assemble all the necessary ingredients, but I can handle that myself. Thank you for your help. I will send word once I've found something. Okay, so 1000 experience, nothing too spectacular, but we did progress our quest. And now, I think our next destination is gonna be to deal with the ambush for Kirsten. So for that, it's like over here, right? Yeah, over there. Let's go back to the barony. I'm just gonna make a pit stop over there, see if I can discover whatever is in that location.
A rest would be welcome.
I should have rested, that's true. I forgot. Nope, nothing.
We should
Yeah, let's rest. Cordon Peanut, take care of that. This is fine. Don't use rations. Mm-hmm. Let me just check my throne room, see if there's anything else I have to take care of. And then it's always that annoying thing of having to be there on oh, an artisan. What do you have for me? Breastplate of Afterlife. Okay, so what do you actually have? Specific request. Two-handed, I don't need anything. I could go for armor, but I think he just gave me an armor. Orc weapons and armor. I don't think I need that. I think just make whatever your heart tells you to. Sure. What did we... Oh, obliteration, wait. Ah, this is actually kind of whatever. We don't need this, I think. At most, Rigongar would probably use it. So it's 7 AC. It's a +1 breastplate. Medium armor. This +1 armor absorbs 10 points of positive and 10 points of negative energy damage per attack that the wearer would normally take. It also allows the wearer to cast Daze spell once per day as a first level wizard. Yeah, there's no point to this. Not that I can tell. So let's just forget about that one. In terms of events, this guy is still doing his thing. We have rank ups to do, yes. No more regions. Okay. I will just continue on with my quests. So, the annoying part here is... This says... On Moon Day, the first day of a week. And right now we are at... I don't even know which day we are at. Okay, well, I'm gonna make my way there and then I'm gonna decide. Really? Bandits outrage, problem. Do I want more economic or military? I'll go for military, I suppose. Carry on. Please don't. Thank you. Okay. I know we are fatigued. I just want to see which day it is. So to know this, and this is not obvious at all, you mouse over the what is the name of this? The glass thingy, Cordampina. Cordampina? What do you call an ampoulette in English?
Hourglass.
Hourglass. Thank you. You have to mouse over the hourglass and see. So I think it's Wednesday right now. So we have to wait a long time for this, which sucks. But we can just rest over here. And not only can we rest, we can also just pass time. I'm actually gonna rest because we are fatigued. But then I will just pass time. Oh. Valerie shows you a small vial of liquid purple liquid. Look what I got in the city. What is it? This is an alchemical potion, some sort of cure-all in a vial. I don't know what's in it, but the vendor promised it would make my scar disappear if I take it 5 times. Valerie looks at you steadily. I had a moment of weakness and bought the potion, but now I'm not so sure if using it is such a right idea. I would honestly go for option number 4. But I am gonna check to make sure I pick the right option. I do think I would still go for either number 4 or number 2. So give me a second. Okay, so I believe we get 2 options here. I'm gonna go for maybe you should show the potion to an alchemist first. I don't think a different specialist would say anything definite. Besides, most alchemists I spoke to said the scar is magical, so simple potions won't help. Who knows? Maybe they're alright and the vendor tricked me. Or maybe everyone else I talked to were amateurs and I finally managed to find the only worthy alchemist in the entire Stolen Lands. So yeah, I would say she's beautiful with or without a scar, so don't risk yourself. It's dangerous, please throw that muck away and don't risk yourself. Valerie's eyes grow warmer. Very good. I'm sorry I distracted you for such a foolish reason. Valerie throws the vial over her shoulder without looking. Maybe she was testing us. So right now we are on Oath Day? I'm not sure what Oath Day is supposed to be. Okay, so it's 4 p.m. So if I rest again, let me see. I can never really remember how this works. But if you take away hunting, this means you cannot rest. You can only skip time. And I think you can... I'm unsure. So, 1 day? Is that it? Resting will take 1 day, the party will not rest. Yes, skip time. It is Fire Day. Okay. Rest again. It's so dumb you have to do this. I hate it. Okay, so resting will take 9 hours. Wait, what time is it right now? It's still 4 p.m. Do I have to be here at evening or... A quick mare is in time everywhere while the baron was busy handling threats of state. Keston became militia leader and put the manifest blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. No, it just says on Monday. Let me talk to him and see if he mentions like evening or morning or something. Seeing you, Keston nods. Under his coat you notice a suit of armor, a sword hangs at his belt, the guard is ready to fight. I'm happy to see you, my baron. While we were waiting for you, I've had enough time to choose a good place for the ambush. Okay, I've received your letter, Keston, and came as soon as I could. Thank you, your grace. I have decided you'd like to see this place with your own eyes. Lamashtu's shrine is on the other side of the hill. I suggest we set ambush right here. The visibility is good, so we can watch the cultists unnoticed and choose the right moment to strike. If you wish, you can examine the location. Knock Knock stomps around angrily. His place to worship and praise, and what we mess around. Mother of Beasts will be pissed. Are you ready for the ambush? Keston shakes his head. Not today. Come back later and we'll get them when they least expect us. What do you know about Lamashtu? Keston frowns. Not much, your grace, but I've heard some things. Goblins, kobolds, and other wild beasts worship her. She helps them to breed, protect their young. As for people, the blessing of Lamashtu is too dangerous for them. A woman can give birth to something so terrible that the villagers might decide to drive a mother and a child out from the village, or worse. You can go down and take a look at the shrine. The scouts who've been watching the cultists told me about hideous rituals that were performed here. The cultists disfigure and mutilate themselves, shriek like demons, and copulate in the mud. Keston frowns in disgust. I just can't imagine who in the right mind, except for goblins, would ask Lamashtu for help and agree to be part of this abomination. Okay, so wait for me here. We can check out the area, I suppose. It isn't dangerous right now. Taldan Warrior's dog tag.
I was successful in my search.
What is this? Gift of Death? Do I know what this is? It's an unholy kukri. So it's a +2. Unholy, sacrificial, and finesse wielding. The handle of this kukri is made of human bone. An unholy weapon is imbued with unholy power. This power makes the weapon evil aligned and thus bypasses the corresponding damage reduction. It deals an additional 2d6 points of damage against all creatures of good alignment, so it's basically useless. Sacrificial. Attacks with this weapon get an additional +2 enhancement bonus against stunned, paralyzed, nauseated, and frightened targets. That is useful though, because we do nauseate with Stinking Cloud. So let's put this over here. Huh? Oh, sorry, over here. And we have our Keen Kukri in the main hand, and we have our Gift of Death in the offhand. Glowing purple. Okay, cool. Flat stone is covered with blood and littered with skulls and bones. All that is left from nauseating rituals.
I have managed.
Statue Oh, we actually passed the religion check. Statue portrays Mother of Monsters, a pregnant woman with three-eyed jackal head and feathered wings. The stone is covered with strange images. Another piece of a ring.
I can see my destination.
Some herbs. And that's all. I have to end the episode, but I'm just gonna check if I can at least make it so that it's Monday. Okay, so we would come over here. Right now it's Fire Day. I think it's Friday. So I can skip time for an entire day. Or this. Yes. Star Day, 3 PM, same thing. If there is a better way to do this, let me know, but I don't know of any. Skip time, Sunday, one more time, and we should be on Monday. Here we are, Monday. Okay, so hopefully now we're gonna get some people in this area. But first we have to talk to Kesten anyway to prepare and to buff and all that cool stuff. She has her armor, so everything seems to be ready. Okay, so I will end this episode here, and in the next one we're gonna start by completing this quest, and then we'll see where we go from there. As always, my friends, thank you so much for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker in Unfair and Last Azlanti. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.